The following is a product of Studio 42.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is football time in Texas.
From Studio 42 on HoweEnterprise.com, this is Howe Bulldogs football.
Cross on the jet sweep, trying to break away 30. Look out, 25. He's fast. 15, 10, 5. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown time in Texas.
Howe Bulldogs football is brought to you by Scoggins Funeral Home, Baker Air Conditioning and Heating, Independent Financial, GC Easy, Sonic of Howe.
Tank Turner wrapped him up, took him behind the woodshed.
Also brought to you by Brother Plumber, Hit, Roof and Exteriors, Michelle Carney Photography, the Llama Realty Group.
It's long enough. It's good. 31 yards for Johnny Garcia.
Also brought to you by Howe Athletic Booster Club, TechWave, Knight Furniture, Ed Meacham State Farm.
75 yards for Braden Omer on 4th and 1. Quit it.
Also brought to you by All In Custom Gutters and Christmas Lights, Texoma Land and Home Realty Team, Rapid Electric.
Great tackle on the edge by Garen Langford. G-Force.
Also brought to you by MTE Fence, the crazy AC guy, Anchors Boat and RV Storage.
Strong kept it. He pulled it out of his gut like a magician, and down the sideline he goes.
Now let's open the Rapid Electric tailgate party and join the voice of the Howe Bulldogs, Monty Walker.
After finally getting a bye week, the Bulldogs return to action for one final game remaining on the 2024 season. Howe currently sits at 500 as a program, which isn't bad. However, as recently as 2000, the Dogs were 79 games over 500. This could very well be the most dramatic fall-off of any program in Texas during the last 25 years. A loss tonight would put them under the 500 mark for the first time since the 7th game ever in program history, when they were 3-4 overall in 1935. But tonight is about the seniors who say goodbye to Bulldog Stadium. Blue Ridge has locked up the number 2 seed and come to Howe to wrap up district play. It's Howe and Blue Ridge, and it's football time in Texas.
You're listening to the Rapid Electric Tailgate Party.
Here's some things to never mess with if you're not a trained professional. Caging a bulldog. Removing copperheads. And electricity. Don't get shocked. Call Rapid Electric. Rapid Electric is here for all your electrical needs. Just like you wouldn't try to become a pro boxer or president. Not a joke. You need a pro to keep your electricity humming. Don't get shocked. Rapid Electric serves the Grayson County area. Call them at 903-421-8100.
If your home or business could talk, what would it say? It may say it would like some privacy or security. Enjoy the beauty and durability of quality fencing from MTE Fence. MTE Fence is a local company specializing in commercial and residential fencing. MTE Fence ranges from wood, aluminum, and chain link fencing. MTE Fence services all of Grayson County and surrounding areas. Go to mtefence.com or call 903-686-9039 for an estimate. MTE Fence has a passion for connection. We are your connection for quality.
All In Custom Gutters and Christmas Lights is proud to sponsor the Pride of Howe High School's Bandsman of the Week. Your hometown Bulldog alumni owned and operated business is here for all your seamless gutter and outdoor Christmas lights needs. Give them a call at 903-819-9183 and let them make your house shine really bright this Christmas. All In Custom Gutters and Christmas Lights. Give them a call at 903-819-9183. All In Custom Gutters and Christmas Lights.
This is 3-year starting kicker Jonathan Garcia. When I kick the ball, I don't need no stinking tea, but I will take a sweet tea at Sonic before, during, and after the game. When I kick on over to Sonic, they have great food and big smiles.
Johnny, get your leg warmed up.
I stay warmed up with Sonic's onion rings and tater tots. Not to mention the great drink specials.
Hey, Johnny, we need you to drill this one. Let's go. Bring your tea.
Nah, Coach, I just finished it. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Johnny Garcia bangs it through.
Hey, Steve here, the crazy AC guy. We raise top-notch AC units and train the finest service techs west of the Mississippi. And we got a truly crazy deal for you. Get a free furnace with the purchase of a qualified AC condenser coil package. You'd have to be crazy like me to miss this deal. So for all your AC and electrical needs, call us at 903-465-2665 or visit us at crazyacguy.com.
The Crazy AC Guy, where crazy meets quality.
You're listening to the Rapid Electric Tailgate Party. Let's join Monty Walker with the Crazy AC Guy, Senior Spotlight.
This week's Senior Spotlight is BU, Braden Ulmer. Now, you started in kindergarten in Howe. What do you remember about elementary school?
The field days, getting to run track with all your friends and meeting friends.
Now, the first time I met you, you were 5 years old, and I gave you the name BU, the nickname BU, when I was coaching two different kids named Braden. The other Braden I called Blue because he wore blue shoes. They still call him Blue to this day, which strikes me odd that you two still go by the same nickname. Everyone I know calls you BU. Does anyone call you Braden?
A few people here and there. Even my teachers call me BU, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, not really many people call me Braden anymore.
What about your mom when you get in trouble?
She'll say Braden, Braden Terry.
In youth football, I knew if I called 238 Buck, you were probably going to take it to the house. I've heard for 3 years now that you're more of an inside the tackles type of runner and got used as a slot receiver, kind of a second, third option. Do you ever think, what if they'd have used me to my fullest?
I don't know. I like playing between the tackles more. I get more contact. I don't really have the speed I used to have, so the outside really isn't for me anymore.
All right, you're as tough as nails. And if I had to nickname you now, that's probably what it would be. But you suffered what looked like a season-ending knee injury against Leonard late in the game. What was the actual outcome of that injury?
It happened to be a deep bone bruise, a very bad one, but that was it.
All right, we're going to pause 30 seconds. We'll be right back.
Hey, Steve here, the Crazy AC Guy. We raise top-notch AC units and train the finest service techs west of the Mississippi. And we got a truly crazy deal for you. Get 0% financing for 60 months for any qualified air conditioning and heating system. You'd have to be crazy like me to miss this deal. So for all your AC and electrical needs, call us at 903-465-2665 or visit us at crazyacguy.com.
The Crazy AC Guy, where crazy meets quality.
We're talking with BU, Braden Ulmer. Now, there's a little BU who's your little brother, and there's a big age gap. But it seems like you two are closer than most that have that kind of an age gap.
Yeah, me and him, we share love together. It's cool having him around and being able to show him everything that I can possibly teach him. But yeah, we do love each other a lot, and he's my friend.
So does he just think you're like the biggest superstar?
I don't know. I think every time, like, he got ready, he just signed up for basketball, and he was like, is Bubba going to be able to teach me? So
is he going to be an athlete?
Yes, he will be an athlete.
How hard is it, or was it, to watch from the sidelines as your teammates were going through the gauntlet of Bells and Gunner?
It was tough knowing that those two teams are normally first and second in district, and Gunner normally goes to the state championship every year. So not being able to be with my teammates there is kind of tough, and it sucked.
You've had 3 different head coaches for Friday Night Lights during your career. What do you take from each one of them?
Coach Jalen, I didn't really have much with him. That was my freshman year, so I was on JV that year. And then Coach Brian, we learned a lot from him. The weight room program definitely changed when he stepped in. And then Coach Harvey, he is just a fun guy to be around.
As a senior, how do you show your leadership on this team?
Just step up. Like in football games, when big plays need to be made, step up there, be a leader at practice, keep everyone's head up, try to be the best leader I really can, really.
Now, you have a great family who is supportive not only of you, but also your teammates and the coaching staff. How important is it to have that support and positive rhetoric coming from those at home?
It's great knowing that I have a family at home that is ready to watch me play on Friday nights and ready to see what I can do in life. And I'm glad I know I can have them there for me all the time.
Senior night, final time. Are you going to be emotional?
Yes and no. Probably more yes, though, because leaving all my high school friends, and we've grown up together and played football since 2nd grade, so it's going to be tough for that. But I'm ready to move on to college.
So speaking of college, anybody looking at you, or do you have a favorite picked out?
I have a couple schools looking at me that I have been talking to. One of them's Hendrix. That right now they have my best interest, so we'll see.
All right, that's Braden Ulmer, your senior spotlight.
Tonight's Senior Spotlight has been brought to you by the Crazy AC Guy. You're listening to the Rapid Electric Tailgate Party.
No one wants to talk about losing a loved one. The grief that is put on your family is troublesome. Scoggins Funeral Home strives to make that most difficult time the easiest. We want your loved one to be sent off in the best way possible, with your wishes at heart. Call us at 903-482-5225 or visit our website at scogginsfuneralhome.com. 903-482-5225. Our location on Van Alstyne Parkway makes everything close for your needs. 903-482-5225. Scoggins Funeral Home.
Who's your local plumber? Brother Plumber. It's good to know someone local and someone you can trust when your home or office drops the ball.
Main line break, 15 yards.
Brother Plumber is plumb professional and serves not only Howe, but also all of Grayson County. And you can save yourself 10% if you mention Go Bulldogs. Visit us online at brotherplumber.com. We'd love to help. Brother Plumber is one call away at 469-968-4487. Visit us online at brotherplumber.com. Remember, Go Bulldogs.
Real estate is the key to building long-term wealth. Hi, I'm Dana Thornhill, a local Keller Williams realtor. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, I can help you. Call the Llama Realty Group. Call 903-821-6890 and ask us about our complimentary services. Opportunities in North Texas are growing quickly, and the Llama Realty Group can help you with all your real estate needs. Just like here at the stadium, execution is the name of the game. The Llama Realty Group gets the job done. Call 903-821-6890 today. Each Keller Williams office is independently owned and operated.
Here's some things to never mess with if you're not a trained professional. Caging a bulldog. Removing copperheads. And electricity. Don't get shocked. Call Rapid Electric. Rapid Electric is here for all your electrical needs. Just like you wouldn't try to become a pro boxer or president. Not a joke. You need a pro to keep your electricity humming. Don't get shocked. Rapid Electric serves the Grayson County area. Call them at 903-421-8100.
Hey, Steve here, the Crazy AC Guy. We raise top-notch AC units and train the finest service techs west of the Mississippi. And we got a truly crazy deal for you. Get a free furnace with the purchase of a qualified AC condenser coil package. You'd have to be crazy like me to miss this deal. So for all your AC and electrical needs, call us at 903-465-2665 or visit us at crazyacguy.com.
The Crazy AC Guy, where crazy meets quality.
You're listening to the Rapid Electric Tailgate Party. Let's join Monty Walker with the Crazy AC Guy Coach's Corner with Bulldogs head coach Andrew Harvey.
All right, Coach, a much-needed bye week. What'd you do with your time off?
I didn't have much time off. Honestly, last Friday, since I had a free Friday, I went and watched some high school football, which is not, nice. I haven't been able to do that in a long time, watch a regular season high school football game. I went and watched Blue Ridge play Callisburg. It was cool to just look at the sideline, and when you're in the stands, you don't realize or you can't get a sense for the chaos that's going down there on the field. Coach Graham was there with me, and we were talking about that. Man, from up here, everything looks so peaceful down there, but we both know it's utter chaos. And I don't know, it was just nice. Got to spend a little more time with my family too, which is always good. But we don't have much time off during the season, so just a couple little things, but not much really.
Callisburg seems like 100 years ago now, but let's talk. Let's start off with some good things from that game. Freshman Deacon Bender got his first interception, a freshman. I'm hearing the program has big hopes for this young man's future.
Yeah, he's a great kid, an awesome competitor. We've kind of had him pegged since the first day I've got here 3 years ago. He's that guy. You can just tell. Even when we're not playing, you watch him in the weight room, you watch him doing agility, he wants to be the best at all times. He's extremely self-driven. He's in the future, I think he's going to do great things for us. He's also like a phenomenal basketball player, and he may be a varsity starter there as well. So as a freshman, to be able to like start on varsity in 2 different sports, that's pretty crazy. And it takes special people to do that. I'm sure there may be some Austin Haley type, connections or whatever comparisons. I'm not saying he's him, but like I would say competitive nature wise, you can definitely see similarities. Dude's just wants to compete. He just wants to win. And that's what we need in our program moving forward.
Now that the playoffs aren't in the picture, how'd you keep your team focused throughout this bye week and prepare for this season finale?
Well, for like every bye week, you cut it down anyways, because there's not going to be as much focus, so you don't want to keep them out there as long. But you still want to get work. You still want to get better. We did a little bit more like fun type stuff at the end of practice. We did a game where like the linemen went to the skills positions and then the skill guys went to the line. That always gets them some juice. And then we started every practice like a goal line tackle drill. It's super competitive, like pretty violent drill. But like the kids loved it and it kind of got the juices going before practice. And it kept them locked in long enough that we could get our work done.
Braden Ulmer returned to the field at Callisburg. Had to be happy to get him back on the field, I would imagine.
Yes. Defensively, I thought he looked like he had all year. Offensively, he looks a little rusty, but that's kind of a given. Like offense is a little bit harder to like just jump back in and do. But I think like this game with the bye week and the extra weeks of preparation, you should see a more 100% Braden Ulmer on both sides of the ball.
You had a player get ejected from the game against Callisburg. How much time do they have to miss before being eligible to play again?
They just miss a half. Coaches can decide like further punishment if it's egregious, but in my opinion, I didn't think it was an egregious ejection. Should he have done what he did? No. But it was more of like a heat of the moment type thing. It wasn't like a, hey, I'm going to like, I don't know. He didn't run into another team's sideline. It was kind of something that happened like, or it extended from like the actual play, say it that way. Like it was more like a double personal foul than it was like he straight up punched a kid in the face or something like that.
We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hey, Steve here, the Crazy AC Guy. We raise top-notch AC units and train the finest service techs west of the Mississippi. And we got a truly crazy deal for you. Get a free furnace with the purchase of a qualified AC condenser coil package. You'd have to be crazy like me to miss this deal. So for all your AC and electrical needs, call us at 903-465-2665 or visit us at crazyacguy.com.
The Crazy AC Guy, where crazy meets quality.
Coach, it's senior night. How much will you miss this group of seniors?
Well, I mean, this senior class is like a big part of that playoff run or the year we went to the playoffs. My first year here, Bo Stevens, Braden Ulmer, Tank Turner, Mikey Wein, like there's a good core group of those guys that like helped or a big part of like the success that kind of like revamped this program. So I'll always owe them for that. And obviously like there's a lot of great players in the senior class. So like I'm going to miss them on the field. There's some leadership too that like is going to be avoided or lacking because of them leading. And obviously like Braden Ulmer, he's kind of like the, I don't know, who everybody looks to in tough times, and it's gonna be really hard to replace a guy like that, and or like a Charlie Turner on the defense side of the ball, because he's always doing great things. He's kind of I don't know, always been there. He's reliable. So it's always hard to replace 3-year starters, so that's not going to be easy. But I think that like again they helped revamp the program. The program is in a good spot, a large part because of them. So I thank them for that. But like I think the train's going to keep rolling and we'll be all right.
You've got Blue Ridge to close out your first season as a head coach. What do you expect to see from them?
They're a really good team. They've already locked up the number 2 spot in the district. So they're not going to be playing for anything really tonight, just kind of a warm-up game for the playoffs. So I don't know. I don't know how much they're going to play their starters, how much they're going to want to work in backups. They're probably going to want to protect some guys, I would think. But you never know. Like some guys, their thought process is like, we're going all out like through the end, and some guys kind of want to rest. But like obviously offensively, they're very dynamic. They're probably the fastest player in the district, number 3. He's if wherever he's at, the ball's probably going. It's kind of how their offense is designed. They got a really good quarterback. Their offensive line's big. They're not super aggressive or physical, but that's not really like what their offense is predicated on. It's more like they just want to get the ball in space. And then defensively, I would say that's like the weaker part of their team, but like they still have a lot of good athletes there. Thankfully, again, like they're not overly aggressive or physical on defense, but like their team speed across the board does give teams problems. But like if we execute and do what we're supposed to do, like I think we should be able to be in the game with these guys. Like they're not gunner. Okay, they're not gunner, and they're not running a weird offense like Bell's. It's an offense and a defense that we've seen all year, so nothing's new. And like they're not the number 1 team in the state, so I expect a good game into the fourth quarter. I know I've said that every week, but like that's what I do expect because I feel like we have a good ball club. I feel like I have great coaches who make sure that our coaches or our kids are well coached and know what to do, and especially with the extra week. I feel like we're prepared to take them on, and they had one less day because we're playing on Thursday, so that should be to our benefit too.
Let's talk about your first year as a head coach. Everything fell on your shoulders last spring. What have you learned, and what can you build upon here?
I've learned that parents want to talk to coaches way more than I ever thought. That's a big part of it. I was always one of those guys that I did a good job of like avoiding stuff like that and trying to like stay more focused on football. Or my head coach, whoever I was working for, did a good job of like shielding us from that. So kind of taking on the brunt of like, it's not the football stuff that was like the difference. Like I knew I'd be fine, like leading a team. I knew it's all the admin stuff, all the stuff that goes in around it. You don't have as much time to solely focus on football, which is weird being the head football coach. You think like, oh, that guy's going to get more time to look at or watch film or whatever. I probably watched less film this year than I have in the past 5, like easily, just because like my time has to be spent in other places doing other things, but like those things are important. I do know that like I like the position I'm in. I like doing this. It's fun. It's what I've always wanted. I like the fact that like the team bought into the culture that I brought. It wasn't a huge change from Coach Brian, but I mean there were a lot of things that we did different. Like took their cell phones on game days. Thought that'd be a big problem. They immediately bought in. Kind of tried to cut all the fat out, like pregame or in practice. Like I wanted football practice or football games to be like football and football. Like no other distractions. I'm not worried about like clapping and warm ups or any like that stuff doesn't matter. That's fake juice. I'd say overall it's a success and like hopefully I get to continue to do this for years to come and see where I get the Howe Bulldogs.
Well, speaking of the future of the Howe Bulldogs, let's talk about what do they look like in years to come. Other than our defensive line, where we're going to lose 3 starters, like we're not losing. I think we're going to lose 1 offensive line starter, a couple skill spots, and then those D linemen. I would say moving forward, like obviously a Braden Ulmer, a Garen Langford, a Charlie Turner, a Bose, like those guys are going to be hard to replace. But the great thing about like being in Howe, Texas is like I know these kids are going to work, that they want to be good. And so like replacing these better players in other places, like when I was in Sanger, like it was a big issue because you just never knew what you were going to get coming up. But like here, I know that like they're willing to be like molded or built.
into like what we want them to be. So just because a kid played, I don't know, offensive tackle every year, like if I see him fitting better at middle or inside backer, and like I tell him, hey, I'm going to mold you in it. Like the kids here are 100% willing to do or change or buy into whatever you present to them, as long as they know like it's going to work or they trust you. Like, and I feel like for the most part, like all the kids in our program trust what we're doing. Our off-season program is going to ramp up a bit. There's going to be some big changes there because I felt like, especially the Kalisport game, we got out physical. They were just bigger, stronger than us. And I mean, our lines are pretty big, but like, especially the skill spots, like I need our skill guys to be bigger and stronger because a lot of times, like, we're just getting kind of bullied. And I know it's underclassmen, it plays a big role, but like, it's also like, we didn't spend enough time in off season. It was a lot of days. It was just that 45 minutes during the period. Well, that's not enough. So like this coming up here, we'll be getting after in the mornings, we're getting after during the period, and then they'll extend in after school to make sure that like, and again, like, I'm not going to sell to them like, hey, I want you here because I want to like beat your brains in. No, I want you here because this is what it takes to be a great program. And again, like, as long as they know that this is happening so that we can win football games next year, they'll be bought in. And I'm not worried about like that moving forward. Again, like a lot of young guys are going to be moving up next year. Deacon Benner's going to be a big player. And then some of like the guys that have transferred in that haven't been eligible, they'll be eligible next year. So we'll get like two seniors that had to, or the juniors this year will be seniors next year that had to play on JV just because they transferred in. But they'll be a big help. Like, I see great things for the future. I really do. But like, I wouldn't be in this position, or I wouldn't want this position if I couldn't like find a path that like led to something great. Because I'm not in this to go 3-7 or 4-6. Like that's, or even 5-5 or 6. Like I want to go deep in the playoffs. I want like eventually to win a state championship. Like that's my goals. Like the kids understand that and like they want that too. So as long as like everybody's moving in the same direction, which I think they are, and the guys that aren't, they're going to get off the train. I think the future is going to be good. I can't promise a better win-loss record next year, but I can promise that we're going to be a more prepared team next year.
The Coach's Corner has been brought to you by the Crazy AC Guy. You're listening to the Rapid Electric Tailgate Party.
At Independent Financial, supporting our community is at the heart of what we do, which is why we are pleased to support the Howe Bulldogs. Investing in others and helping our neighbors thrive is what we do, and our friendly, knowledgeable banking team is rooting for you in your financial success. Whether you're saving for college, planning for your family's future, or working to grow your business, we'd love to help you accomplish your goals. Come see us at our location on South Denny or visit us at ifinancial.com. Go Bulldogs! We're cheering for a winning season. Member FDIC.
This is more than a bundle. This is way more than a combo deal. It's your sanctuary, your home field. It's where everything happens. This is your home, your car, your memories. And you want to be sure they're protected with home and auto insurance. As your State Farm agent, I get it. That's why I'm here to help life go right. My name is Ed Meacham, and I'm your Howe State Farm agent. Give me a call at 903-892-3923 or on the web at MrRedInsurance.com.
Got hail? Get Hit. Help your home and your community at the same time. Hit Roof and Exteriors has been on the job locally since 2012. Hail damage, wind damage, roof leaks, exterior paint and siding, replace it or repair it, we've got you covered. Hit Roof and Exteriors has been building solid roofs all across North Texas for over 11 years. We will work with your insurance company or your budget to get your home happy again. For a free estimate or inspection, call 972-977-1523. Hit Roof and Exteriors. Got hail? Get hit.
Here's some things to never mess with if you're not a trained professional. Caging a bulldog. Removing copperheads. And electricity. Don't get shocked. Call Rapid Electric. Rapid Electric is here for all your electrical needs. Just like you wouldn't try to become a pro boxer or president. Not a joke. You need a pro to keep your electricity humming. Don't get shocked. Rapid Electric serves the Grayson County area. Call them at 903-421-8100.
Hey, Steve here, the crazy AC guy. We raise top-notch AC units and train the finest service techs west of the Mississippi. And we got a truly crazy deal for you. Get 0% financing for 60 months for any qualified air conditioning and heating system. You'd have to be crazy like me to miss this deal. So for all your AC and electrical needs, call us at 903-465-2665 or visit us at crazyacguy.com.
The Crazy AC Guy, where crazy meets quality.
You're listening to the Rapid Electric Tailgate Party. Today's Howe Bulldogs Flux Capacitor is brought to you by the Crazy AC Guy. Now let's join Monty Walker with a time travel through Bulldogs history.
The Howe Bulldogs are 6-4 in games played on November the 7th. The first game was a 26-6 win against Pilot Point at Bulldog Stadium in 1936, where Billy Bryant Cloud scored 4 touchdowns, including 3 rushing and 1 interception return. In 1941 on this date, Howe beat Valley View 26-6 behind the performance of quarterback Robert Miller, who rushed and threw for a touchdown. In 1947, Howe won at Whitesboro 26-6 as Jack Gaddis and Ned Estes led the way. In 1975, Howe lost at Pilot Point 34-12, but in 1980, Howe defeated Bells on this date 18-6 to win their 6th in a row. Jeff Murdoch's 139 yards and 2 touchdowns led the way. In 1986, Howe beat Tom Bean 43-12 as freshman Jay Skipworth threw his first touchdown pass. In 1997, Howe defeated S&S 43-10 with Nino Falls shouldering the load with 111 rushing yards. Howe lost in 2003 to Tom Bean 57-0, and again on this date in 2008 to Melissa by a 61-30 score. The last game played on this date was 10 years ago when Leonard defeated Howe 27-21 at Bulldog Stadium in overtime, even as Anthony Hawthorne had 30 carries for 206 yards. Howe is 5-5 overall against Blue Ridge, with the last win coming in 2009. The series dates back to 2002, where the Tigers beat Howe 20-14 at home. The Dogs' first win came the following season at Blue Ridge by a score of 38-13. Last year, the Tigers destroyed Howe 56-0. The Howe Bulldogs reached as high as 79 games over 500 as a football program twice. The night Howe beat Bells 12-7 in 1991 to clinch the district championship, and again in 2000 after beating Van Alstyne. Since 2000, Howe is 79 games under 500, and a loss tonight puts them with a losing record for the first time since November the 8th, 1935, the very first season when they were 3-4 as a program.
Today's Howe Bulldogs Flux Capacitor is brought to you by the Crazy AC Guy. You're listening to the Rapid Electric Tailgate Party.
Buying and or selling your next home or property should be an enjoyable experience. At Texoma Land and Home Team, our commitment to the personal relationship of each transaction ensures communication you expect, while assuring that we'll be here the next time you need us. We're not a big box real estate company by design. This freedom allows us to be fully at your service. Texoma Land and Home Team, Renee Nichols Broker, 903-818-1645. Texoma Land and Home Team, for all your real estate needs, 903-818-1645.
Hi everyone, my name is Presley Harrell, class of 2025 cheerleader and cross-country runner.
This is Talon Haley, senior basketball player and Howe High School record-setting golfer.
Hi, this is Camry Snap, and I'm a graduating volleyball and softball player.
This is Braden Ulmer, class of 2025. I play football, baseball, and I run track.
We would like to thank the Howe Athletic Booster Club for their support and encourage anyone wanting to be a part of supporting Howe's athletes to reach out for more information.
Go Dogs!
At Grayson Cullen Electric Cooperative, GCEC, we have been around for over 80 years and are governed by 7 principles: open and voluntary membership, democratic member control, members' economic participation, autonomy and independence, education, training, and information, cooperation among cooperatives, and concern for community. One of our communities is Howe, Texas, and GCEC is proud to support the Howe Bulldogs.
So hot up here. Roger must think he's preaching a Hellfire Sunday sermon.
I know. He won't ever turn the air on.
Monty, who recovered that fumble?
The only name that comes to mind is Lucifer.
Charles Furr? Got it.
Baker Air Conditioning and Heating has been in Howe for over 50 years. They've been in business that long because they're just good people. If you've been told you need expensive repairs, get a second opinion with Baker Air Conditioning and Heating. Call 903-532-6255.
Fifth quarter tonight is going to be a hot one.
I bet.
Here's some things to never mess with if you're not a trained professional. Caging a bulldog. Removing copperheads. And electricity. Don't get shocked. Call Rapid Electric. Rapid Electric is here for all your electrical needs. Just like you wouldn't try to become a pro boxer or president. Not a joke. You need a pro to keep your electricity humming. Don't get shocked. Rapid Electric serves the Grayson County area. Call them at 903-421-8100.
From Studio 42 on HoweEnterprise.com, this is Howe Bulldogs football. You've been listening to the Rapid Electric Tailgate Party. Football time in Texas is just moments away. Now, with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Howe Bulldogs, Monty Walker.